I'm not sounding like a bellend, but to just follow my footsteps and what we did with Sky Sports together. It's not just what we did, it's what we done together as a platform.
Louis the Reporter in collaboration with Gunman Boxing. I'm joined by Eduardino, also known as Eddie Hearn. How are you feeling?
Turn around. I'm tapping you on the shoulder. You haven't even turned around.
I knew it was you.
You're
I
too
knew it
cool
was
school
you. Come
for
on.
school, mate.
How are you feeling? I mean, it's a press
Are you the new
conference today.
Parsons?
No, not yet. I'm
No?
not overtook him yet. Maybe
Yeah.
soon.
Presser was good. Really looking forward to Saturday. I think it's going to be a great night of action. 3 brilliant championship fights. Great talent on the card as well, and looking forward to it.
Of course, there was a lot of mixed emotions with this card. I certainly love it. I think there's a lot of great fights, but there's a lot of people kind of slagging it off. What did you make of that?
I think they're the people that don't know too much about boxing. I think that this is a fight fan's fight card. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand that it's not littered with massive names and guys with huge social media presence and stuff like that. But it's really good championship boxing and a great night of entertainment. Obviously, we lost Masood. I thought Masood McGrath was a wonderful fight, but so is the Baluta fight. And all you want when you sit down is to know that a fight's going to be very competitive and very entertaining. And when you look at Yafai Rodriguez, you look at McGrath Baluta, you look at Liam Taylor against Conor Walker, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get value for money.
Of course, and if the fans are watching this now, maybe even non-boxing fans, can you do one promotional message to them to promote this card and to watch it on Saturday night?
I would just say, if you love boxing, if you love live sport, if you want entertainment, if you want blood and guts, if you want competitive fights, if you want heart, soul and balls on the line, tune in live on the Zone on Saturday night.
Of course, and moving on as well, Dave Allen, he was here supporting his fighter. When will we see him back? Obviously, there's a lot of names out there. There's a lot of, different conspiracies.
September time. We're in a couple of negotiations for some big fights, but I also like him against TKV for the British title. I'd love to see him win the Lonsdale belt, but we'll see what's next.
Of course, Conor BENN, EUBANK. When can we see that as well? There's a lot of different.
September 20, October 4th, up to Turkey El Sheikh. I think he'll make his decision in the next week.
Oh, okay. Is that at Tottenham Stadium?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay, and AJ as well. I know you've been asked a couple of questions about him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he'll definitely fight this year from end of October to December. We haven't planned the opponent yet, but sooner or later it will come and you'll see him back.
Of course. And lastly, the whole situation with Boxer and Ben Shalom, what did you make of that? And also as well, if you was in Ben's shoes, what next step would you kind of take, after that's just happened?
I mean, look, you need a big broadcast deal. If you're going to be a successful promoter, you need a significant broadcast budget. And you do that by, being a good promoter, having profile and having a good stable of fighters. I think Ben's done a decent job. I don't think he's been spectacular by any means, but it's very difficult to just, I'm not sounding like a bellend, but to just follow my footsteps and what we did with Sky Sports together. It's not just what we did, it's what we done together as a platform. And it was always going to be a tough act to follow, but he's young, he's early in the game. I'm sure he'll do a couple of shows for Sky Sports, but it's going to be difficult without a significant budget.
Would you say Ben needs to find that one fighter who can sell him the tickets and, the subscriptions?
I think he's got some good fighters. I don't think there's many of them, I think you've got to be a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
One of the things that I tried to do was to build my own profile so that, when it's a Matchroom show or it's an Eddie Hearn show, that sometimes carries the weight for the fighters as well. You're talking about, Saturday might not be the biggest names. Well, that's why I'm here doing 5 hours of interviews, because I'm promoting the show and making sure people tune in and are aware of how good the show is.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to go through and do those 5 hours of interviews a day and pushing the show, and it's a ball ache, but it's your job. It's your job. It's my job. So, not everyone's cut out for that.